What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here. Just got done watching Game 2 of the Eastern Conference first round series between the Bucks and the Pistons. Um, a really strange start, one that we're not really accustomed to seeing from the Bucks. They were down one at halftime, 59-58. I think even then, though, I think it was pretty apparent, the Bucks were going to get it together. They ended up winning the game 120-99. That honestly kind of shows just how dominant they are. I mean, you watch the first half. When I was watching the first half, they kind of looked slow. They kind of looked lazy. It looked like they were kind of taking Detroit for granted. I mean, even in the first quarter, though, it looked like the Bucks, they were just kind of sluggish, and they were still up double digits in the first quarter on the Pistons, who really came out with a lot more energy than they did in the first game of the series. But really, I mean, once the Bucks turned it on in the third quarter, I mean, they got Giannis back out there at the start of the third, and I mean, it was pretty much over. He scored 7 consecutive points to give them the lead back, and they didn't really even look back at that point. It was all Bucks from that point on. The big three tonight, Chris Middleton had 24, Giannis had 26, Bledsoe had 27. It was a really great night from all three of those guys, and they really propelled the Bucks to the victory tonight. I am not too worried about this series at this point, honestly. I mean, the Bucks, like I said in the first video after the game, they're clearly the superior team. I mean, they can dick around like they did in the first half of this game and still end up winning by 20 points. It's absurd how good this team is. So, really, I'm not too concerned. They may have a little bit of trouble on the road. I don't know, especially if the Pistons get Blake Griffin back, who I am hearing that he might actually be returning at some point in the series. But, I mean, it might be... you never know, because, I mean, it is a 2-0 series, and bringing it back, I mean, at this point, it feels like the Bucks are pretty obviously going to win the series. I don't want to seem overconfident, but they have established themselves as the clearly superior team in the series right now. So, I mean, if Blake Griffin can't be back until, say, Game 4, and, it's 3-0, I mean, honestly, what's the point? It doesn't seem a whole lot of merit. I mean, maybe you want to win one game at home, and the Pistons may very well do that. But once you get back to Game 5, I think the Bucks will be able to close it out. I still think I'm going to stick with my prediction, Bucks in 5. I think the Pistons might be able to take one, especially if they get Blake Griffin back. But if they don't, it's Bucks in 4 all the way, baby. But you guys see that Boston game? Boston came back to beat the Pacers. It's looking like Boston versus Milwaukee in the second round of the playoffs. It's going to be a really entertaining series. I think I had in my predictions video, I think I had the Bucks winning that series in 6 games. Boston, obviously a very talented team. I'm not seeing a whole lot in the way of offense from them so far. Obviously, they're playing a really good defensive team in the Pacers. But I mean, the Bucks are the number 1 team in net rating in the or in defensive rating, I should say, in the NBA. So, I mean, that's a really big challenge for them as well. So, I mean, we'll get to that series when it comes. But great win tonight for the Bucks. Really happy for the Bucks to get the victory. Hopefully they can close it out in 4. They play this Saturday at 7 p.m. and then they play again on Monday on TNT at 7 p.m. So we'll see if they can close it out in 4 and get the sweep and get some extra rest days. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Bucks.